Holocaust Memories, Never Forget. A Gentile baby boomer's painful journey into the Shoah. Section 5, Deutschland Uber Alles. Part 1, from the 1st of January 1941 to the 31st of December 1942. Before digging into the years 1941 and 1942 and their relationship to the Holocaust, it might be helpful to briefly examine some important facts about the mindset of the Prussian people, their fiercely held belief as members of the Aryan race that they should be masters over the world, and how this affected a young Adolf Hitler. Some might believe that Hitler's craving for power sprang predominantly from the wellspring of shame and humiliation that he and all Germans felt after losing World War I. However, the truth was far more complicated. There's no doubt that as a young man, he was an ardent student of Prussian culture and history, nor is there any doubt that he was also quite familiar with the stridently nationalistic statements made by Prussia's most astute scholars and writers, who had been claiming for hundreds of years that the Aryan race was superior to all other peoples and nations and destined to control the entire globe. Although there are numerous examples to be found showing the zealousness with which the Prussians coveted world domination, here are a few of the most revealing. In a June 1918 National Geographic article written by U.S. Secretary of State Robert Lansing entitled Prussianism, the Secretary of State refers to Kaiser Wilhelm II of Germany by stating, "We now recognize that the policies of the imperial government in Germany have been concentrated on the single purpose of expanding the territory and power of the Prussian Emperor of Germany until he, through the possession of superior force, became the primate of all the rulers of the earth. World dominion was the supreme object." Lansing also quotes a highly respected German professor, Friedrich Meinecke, who was born in 1862 and died 9 years after the end of World War II. Let us remind ourselves that the belief in our mission as a world people has arisen from our originally purely spiritual impulse to absorb the world into ourselves. In the same June 1918 National Geographic edition, the editor of the magazine published an article entitled Germany's Dream of World Domination, in which he quotes Professor Alois Sprenger, a highly respected German nationalist of the 19th century, whose words point hauntingly ahead to Hitler himself. "The East is the only territory in the world which has not passed under the control of one of the ambitious nations of the globe. Yet it offers the most magnificent field for colonization. And if Germany does not allow this opportunity to escape her, if she seizes this domain before the Cossacks lay hands upon it, she will have secured the best share in the partition of the earth." In Secretary of State Lansing's article, he reinforces his argument even further by quoting Friedrich the Great, whose words cut to the very heart of Prussian Aryan thinking and reveal the lengths to which this people would go to secure power. "If there is anything to be gained by it, we will be honest. If deception is necessary, let us be cheats." Considering all that we know about Adolf Hitler now, it's clear that he took Friedrich the Great's advice quite literally. Beneath the article mentioned before, entitled Germany's Dream of World Domination, there is another quote. "According to the openly professed aspirations of German statesmen and would-be empire builders, the Germany over all of their dreams embraces an area of 29 million square miles, more than half of the land area of the world. This territory which they covet is inhabited by 3/4 of all the people on earth. But even these wild dreams do not tell the whole story of the Prussians' lust for empire and power. They also aspire to the domination of the United States and what remains unconquered of all Russia, adding 11 million square miles of territory and 215 million people. All these lands and peoples are sought by means of the sword that was drawn in dishonor and will be sheathed in shame." If the listener is willing to take approximately 1 minute to stop and write down a link that will follow, they'll be able to see a 1917 map from the previously mentioned June 1918 National Geographic edition showing all the parts of the globe which Prussia dreamed of conquering. The link also contains a list of incredibly eye-opening areas of the world that the Germanic Aryan people were anxious to conquer on their way to world domination. For those interested in knowing more about this subject and to more fully understand what motivated Adolf Hitler, copying this link and viewing it on your computer should be well worth your time. Here is the link, which will be spoken out slowly, then repeated once more in case you missed a part of it the first time. This link has no capital letters. TINYSKR99Y3. By viewing the information in this link, you'll discover the hellish depths to which he and the Aryan Prussian people were willing to stoop in order to obtain total world domination. Remember that there are no capital letters in this link. TINYSKR99Y3.